This presentation of Eagle TV High School Sports is brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza in Hayes. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Services for all ages, Sunday mornings at 10:30 and Wednesday evenings at 7. See them online at westviewchurch.tv. Carpet One of Hayes and Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, Investing for Eternity. Discovery Drilling. With 4 late model rigs, they have served central and western Kansas for over 19 years. Master Cleaners, professional dry cleaning at an affordable price. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial, building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, see our ad in the Next Tech directory. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 785-628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. They provide your family with health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Insurance Planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Bonapet Treat, a bakery, boutique, and hotel for your pet with a fun-filled experience for your special friend. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayschevrolet.com. M&D Incorporated. They do trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Verney's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And they now accept credit and debit cards. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Verney's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Next Tech Wireless. Discover something different. Sakatumi Sushi Rolls. The freshest fish this side of Big Creek. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Baconride today. Perftech Wireline Services, total cased whole wireline services covering the state of Kansas, and proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Carico Implement, pleased to offer the John Deere line of equipment, from farm tractors to lawn and garden equipment. Carico carries many hard-to-find parts and offers a complete line of toys and collectibles. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products we stand behind. See us at our location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. G&L Tire and Automotive, more than just tires. They do oil changes, alignments, brake service, transmission flushes, any kind of service work, including tires by Firestone and Bridgestone. Union Station Coffee and Roastery, fresh roasted coffee daily. Leon's Welding and Fabrication, custom-built projects from the start to the gloss to the durable powder coat finish. Advanced Insulation and Coatings. Save money, reduce sound, improve indoor air quality. Spray foam is the right choice for your home or business. Advanced Insulation and Coatings in Hayes. APAC, proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in the industry. APAC, giving you the smooth ride. KJ&G Customs, for complete auto restorations, custom paint jobs, and custom exhaust. See Troy Robinson and the staff at KJ&G Customs on East 13th Street in Hayes. And by Eagle Communications, proud to provide cable TV, the fastest high-speed internet and phone services to the area. Eagle Communications, our community connected. This presentation of Eagle TV High School Sports is brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza in Hayes. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Services for all ages, Sunday mornings at 10:30 and Wednesday evenings at 7. See them online at westviewchurch.tv. Carpet One of Hayes and Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, Investing for Eternity. Discovery Drilling. With 4 late model rigs, they have served central and western Kansas for over 19 years. Master Cleaners, professional dry cleaning at an affordable price. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial, building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, see our ad in the Next Tech directory. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 785-628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. They provide your family with health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Insurance Planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Bonapet Treat, a bakery, boutique, and hotel for your pet with a fun-filled experience for your special friend. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayschevrolet.com. M&D Incorporated. They do trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Verney's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And they now accept credit and debit cards. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Verney's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Next Tech Wireless. Discover something different. Sakatumi Sushi Rolls. The freshest fish this side of Big Creek. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Ryan today. PerfTech Wireline Services, total cased whole wireline services covering the state of Kansas, and proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Carico Implement, pleased to offer the John Deere line of equipment, from farm tractors to lawn and garden equipment. Carico carries many hard-to-find parts and offers a complete line of toys and collectibles. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products we stand behind. See us at our location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. G&L Tire and Automotive, more than just tires. They do oil changes, alignments, brake service, transmission flushes, any kind of service work, including tires by Firestone and Bridgestone. Union Station Coffee and Roastery, fresh roasted coffee daily. Leon's Welding and Fabrication, custom-built projects from the start to the gloss to the durable powder coat finish. Advanced Insulation and Coatings, save money, reduce sound, improve indoor air quality. Spray foam is the right choice for your home or business. Advanced Insulation and Coatings in Hayes. APAC, proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in the industry. APAC, giving you the smooth ride. KJ&G Customs for complete auto restorations, custom paint jobs, and custom exhaust. See Troy Robinson and the staff at KJ&G Customs on East 13th Street in Hayes. And by Eagle Communications, proud to provide cable TV, the fastest high-speed internet and phone services to the area. Eagle Communications, our community connected. This presentation of Eagle TV High School Sports is brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza in Hayes. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Services for all ages, Sunday mornings at 10:30 and Wednesday evenings at 7. See them online at westviewchurch.tv. Carpet One of Hayes and Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, Investing for Eternity. Discovery Drilling. With 4 late model rigs, they have served central and western Kansas for over 19 years. Master Cleaners, professional dry cleaning at an affordable price. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial, building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, see our ad in the Next Tech directory. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 785-628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. They provide your family with health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Insurance Planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Bonapet Treat, a bakery, boutique, and hotel for your pet with a fun-filled experience for your special friend. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayschevrolet.com. M&D Incorporated. They do trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Verney's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And they now accept credit and debit cards. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Verney's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Next Tech Wireless. Discover something different. Sakatumi Sushi Rolls. The freshest fish this side of Big Creek. Bacon Rhine Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon-Rhine today. Perftech Wireline Services, total cased whole wireline services covering the state of Kansas, and proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Carico Implement, pleased to offer the John Deere line of equipment, from farm tractors to lawn and garden equipment. Carico carries many hard-to-find parts and offers a complete line of toys and collectibles. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products we stand behind. See us at our location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. G&L Tire and Automotive, more than just tires. They do oil changes, alignments, brake service, transmission flushes, any kind of service work, including tires by Firestone and Bridgestone. Union Station Coffee and Roastery, fresh roasted coffee daily. Leon's Welding and Fabrication, custom-built projects from the start to the gloss to the durable powder coat finish. Advanced Insulation and Coatings, save money, reduce sound, improve indoor air quality. Spray foam is the right choice for your home or business. Advanced Insulation and Coatings in
And a good Friday afternoon, and a welcome into McPherson, signed to the 2016 McPherson Mid-Amarica Classic, where the Hays High Lady Indians take on the Andale Lady Indians in the first game of the day as they play on the back side of the bracket, or the Sunshine bracket here on this Friday afternoon. Jonathan Sugger with you as we get you set here for Hays High Lady Indian basketball. Hays High Lady Indians coming off of that 44-20 loss to Olathe East yesterday. Take on an Andale Lady Indian team that is coming off a 44-30 loss to Manhattan yesterday as well. So it's Andale and Hays in the first game of the day. That'll be followed by Shawnee Mission South and Wichita Northwest. Northwest at 6-5 on the year, and they are taking on a South team that is 2-9. In the winners bracket tonight at 6 o'clock, we'll have Manhattan taking on Olathe East. That'll be a matchup of ranked teams and a good one. Both teams with 9 wins on the year. Manhattan at 9-2, Olathe East at 9-1. And then the nightcap tonight at about 7:30 will feature McPherson and Shawnee Mission Northwest. McPherson 11-0, ranked number 2 in 4A Division 1, and Northwest is 9-2. They are ranked number 3 in Class 6A. So just about ready to get this one underway. And thanks for joining us here from the McPherson Mid-Amarica Classic, the first game of the day. As they run through the starting lineups on the floor, we'll go ahead and do those as well for the Hays High Lady Indians, who will be in their maroon uniforms with the white numbers and letters on the front, trimmed in gold. Also have the gold stripe down the sides as well. Talon Cleveno is a 5'6 junior. Haley George is the 5'11 senior. Callie Leiker, 5'4 freshman. 5'6 senior Nicole Dinkle. And then the fifth and final starter for the Lady Indians is Audra Schmeidler, the 5'10 senior. So that's the Hays High Lady Indian starting 5. And for Andale, the Lady Indians as well, they will start Jaden Easter. She's a 5'6 senior. Katie Dreiling, the 5'11 senior. She's their leading scorer, just shy of 8 points a game and 4 rebounds. Tyler Winner, the 5'5 sophomore. She had a game high 9 points yesterday in their loss to Manhattan. Peyton Chavez, the 5'8 junior. And then Joe Bergkamp is the 5'11 junior. So that's a look at our starting lineups. Andale will be in their white uniforms with the black numbers and letters across the front to the back, trimmed in gold. That's our Phase 2 uniform update. Thanks to Phase 2 for providing game day apparel for our broadcast. Quick turnaround at an in-house graphic design department ready to help your team. They have game day items in stock as well. Phase 2 east of Vine on 22nd Street in Hays. About ready here for our tip-off. Brought to you by Steel Fabrications, the Ironman of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications, if you need it fixed, welded, built, or sandblasted, see Steel Fab, East Highway 40 in Hays. Proud to support the area youth in all that they do. So a quick look here at the scores table as the Andale coaches and the referees quickly talking something over here at mid-court. So it looks like we're about ready to get this one underway now. Hays High will go from our right to our left as we sit just to the right of mid-court. Hays High, their bench down to our right. They will shoot down to our left here in the first half as we're about ready to get this one underway as they figure out the issue with the scores table. And we are ready to go as Haley George will win the tip for the Hays High Lady Indians, and they will start this ball game with the basketball, trying to get a good start here. As Talon Cleveno will have it on the right side, play it up top to George, and also swing it left wing for Andra Schmeidler, who surveys the defense, and they throw it away, and it's stolen right back. Good play by Callie Leiker to jump in front of Chavez to take it away. Trying to post up as George on the left block, bobbled it. The double team got it back, so swing it to Dinkle and out to Andra Schmeidler. Schmeidler will drive down the right side and have it stripped, knocked out of bounds. They'll say last touched by Audra as they change the possession arrow. And now we're ready to go here as Hayes High will key it in under the basket. 7:27 to play here first quarter. Hayes High still looking for their first shot of the ball game. Schmeidler drives down the left side, and she's fouled on the way to the bucket. So Otto Schmeidler will head to the free throw line. Schmeidler coming off of 6 points and 5 rebounds in the loss to Olathe North. Foul will be the first on the 5'11 senior, Katie Dreiling. First free throw for Schmeidler is off the right. And off the mark, came in a 58% free throw shooter for the Hayes High Lady Indians. Going to put them on the board here early on in this first quarter. Second free throw up for Schmeidler, and she goes 1 of 2 at the line. So Hayes High will jump out to a 1-0 lead on the Andra Schmeidler free throw as Andale will bring it this way as they'll swing it for Chavez. Has it left wing. Now they go to the baseline for Jaden Easter. A couple of dribbles. Now we'll get to the top of the key. A bounce pass back to Chavez and out to the right baseline for the sophomore Winter. Skip pass to the left wing and out of the block they go inside for the post player inside Bergkamp, who can't get it to go, but the follow will go for Katie Dreiling as the 5'11 senior puts the Andale Lady Indians on top, and Hayes High will have it knocked out of bounds. Last touched in the front court by Chavez, and so it will stay with the Lady Indians. So you have Hayes High. They trail Andale 2-0 to start out our ball game. After the offensive rebound and the putback for Katie Dreiling, they lead 2-1. Hayes High with Dinkle at the top of the key. Right side, Cleveno. She'll launch on a 3. That's good. So Hayes High retakes the lead on a Talon Cleveno three-pointer. The junior gets on the board here for Hayes High as they retake the lead back on top. They lead by 2 this time early on at 4-2. Here's a pass for Bergkamp on the left side, and she scores. Bergkamp, the 5'11 junior, ties our ball game here at 4. She was able to get good post position on the left block and ties the ball game here at 4. And J.C. Dale will quickly come to the scores table for Hayes High. Cleveno has it poked away, but got it back on the right baseline. 3 on the way. That'll skip off. And it is corralled this time by Dreiling. Hayes High, 1 of 2 from three-point range early on in our first quarter. All knotted up here at 4 as we play 2 minutes into the ball game. Chavez will go to the right base, or rather left baseline of the sophomore Winter. Now inside for Dreiling, who banks it home from the right block. Katie Dreiling caught it and then put it right up off the glass. 6-4 rather in favor of Andale, and they've made 3 straight. 2 of them from Katie Dreiling, who has 4 points for the Andale Lady Indians. Bounce pass left side for Callie Liker, who's going to be called for a travel, and so Hayes High with a turnover as J.C. Dale will check into the ball game for Hayes High. Dale replaces Haley George. 5'7" freshman Dale in at 5 rebounds in yesterday's loss to Olathe East, but did not score. Hayes High switches to the zone defense now. A skip pass right side for Chavez as she had it on the baseline. Will give it up to Easter. A couple of dribbles, had it deflected and it's stolen. Liker will take it away for the Indians. Callie leads the break and a good bounce pass left-sided score for Talon Cleveno. She's got 5 early points. And we're tied up here at 6 again as Andale will quickly race up the floor. And a 3 on the way that will miss everything from Katie Dreiling. So an air ball gives it back to the Hayes High Lady Indians as Maddie Hutchison will check in for Hayes High, and she replaces Nicole Dinkle. Also into the ball game for the first time is Morgan Geist, the 5'11 sophomore for Andale. All knotted up here at 6 with 4:45 to play in our opening quarter. Hayes High with the basketball. Left side drive by Liker, who nearly had it stripped, and now a 3 is up and good from Maddie Hutchison. Her first 3 of the ball game. Hayes High leads by 3. 9-6 on the 3 by Maddie Hutchison. So a good start here for Hayes High. Already a couple of 3s early on, and they lead 9-6 with 4:24 to play here in this first quarter. So Winter will launch on a 3. That's too strong off the back iron, but an offensive rebound down to Andale. So get it inside. Easter finds Geist, who will lay it up. Hayes High leads by 1 at 9-8 after the second offensive rebound of the ball game for Andale. So close in on 4 minutes of play first quarter. Backdoor cut for Hutchison, who traveled with it. Had a good idea. on this left side, a little backdoor cut, but had an opportunity to shoot it, and instead traveled with it. Joel Eck will check in for the first time for Andale, the 5'2 junior. She checks into the lineup for Andale. He's still in that zone defense with Cleveno out at the point. Andale will survey the defense. Eck will go to the left baseline for Easter. Now back to Eck. 3:45 to play first quarter. Kick it down to the baseline. Easter will take the long two and knock it down. And just like that, Jaden Easter puts the Andale Lady Indians back on top. I won it 10-9 on her first field goal. Easter had 5 in the loss yesterday to Manhattan. Cleveno, baseline 3 from the left side is good. Ace High with their third first quarter three-pointer. They are back on top by 2 at 12-10 on Talon Cleveno's second 3 of the early going. And she now has 8 in the ball game. Ace High 3 of their first 4 from 3. Here's Dreiling wide open left side, and Katie Dreiling will score it. Ace High let Dreiling get behind the zone on the baseline, and Dreiling ties the ball game at 12. Katie Dreiling now with 6 early points. Addie Hutchison cut off on the left wing. We'll get it to Liker. Skip pass for Dale. JC puts it on the floor, and she's going to be fouled. Good power move by JC Dale, and Morgan Geist will pick up the foul. It'll be the first on Geist. And it's the second team foul. With 2:50 to play here in our first quarter. Hayes High with Otter Schmeidler checking out. Also, Callie Liker checks out, so Hayes High with Haley George back into the lineup. Savannah Schneider in as well, as Hutchison having some trouble getting it in and nearly threw it away. Good job to track it down by Haley George. And Hayes High with 2:45 to play in the first quarter. Back with the basketball, knotted up here at 12. As Maddie Hutchison will drive right side. Her pass knocked out of bounds. They're trying to force it inside to Haley George on the post. As it's knocked out of bounds, Joe Birdcamp will return to the Andale lineup. Cleveno will key it in. Cleveno with 8 first quarter points on a pair of threes. I'll get it into Hutchison, left side for Savannah Schneider. Back to Maddie. She's open on the right side. Passed on a 3. Instead goes into George, who's going to be fouled. They double down on Haley George, and they reach in and commit the foul. Foul will be on Morgan Geist, who quickly picks up her second here in the first quarter. With 2:28 to play in our opening quarter, all knotted up here at 12. Hayes High still with the basketball. So kid in underneath the basket. Clemeno bounce pass for Hutchison, who's fouled into the lane, and she's headed to the line. Addie Hutchison already with 3 early points, and then the foul will be called on Tyler Winter, the 5'5 sophomore. And so Maddie Hutchison to the line for the first time in the ball game. Maddie did not score in the ball game against Olathe East as she knocks that one down. So 4 first quarter points for Maddie Hutchison, and Hayes High back on top now. 13-12. Hutchison's second free throw rims in and out, and the rebound cleared out of there by Birdcamp for Andale. 2:20 to play here in our first quarter. Andale back on the basketball. Hayes High leads by 1 on the free throw for Maddie Hutchison. They'll play it left side for Rachel Birdcamp, the sophomore who's into the ball game for the first time, and then we get a foul as Morgan Walther, who's in as well, tried to dump it inside, and Hayes High reached in and committed the foul. The foul will be on Cleveno. It's her first. As Callie Liker returns to the Hayes High lineup. And Cleveno will check out. Good first quarter for Town Cleveno. 8 first quarter points on a pair of threes. Andale will play it left side for Winter. The sophomore, couple of dribbles into the circle. Now right side she goes for Rachel Birdcamp. Here's Jill Birdcamp. Now back to Rachel as they work the right side. High post. They go for Walther, and her pass deflected and nearly stolen away. Schneider had it and got it knocked away. Here's a deflection right into the hands of Walther, who can't score it on the left block, and then we get a foul on the rebound on Andale. It's out with pretty good pressure defensively in this opening quarter as Rachel Birdcamp's going to pick up the foul. Foul on Rachel Birdcamp will be her first. And Jaden Easter, the senior, returns to the Andale lineup. 1:45 to play first quarter, 13-12. Hayes High with the lead thanks to the Maddie Hutchison free throw. Here's a shot that is short, offensive rebound down to Hutchison on the miss by Liker. And now we get a tie-up underneath, and the arrow will give it to Andale. Callie Liker came up short. Hutchison got the rebound. And then the tie up underneath gives it back to Andale. With a minute and a half to play here in our first quarter. Hayes High with that 1 point lead at 13-12. They set back in the 2-3 zone this time down the floor. Pass left side for Rachel Bergkamp. Now to Easter. Jaden surveys the defense. Will go back to Bergkamp. Into the circle, and rather the high post they go to Jill Bergkamp, who kicked it to the baseline, then got it right back and missed the jumper, and it's knocked out of bounds by Andale. Looked like that time Morgan Walther got a piece of it. So Hayes High will keep possession, or rather get possession of the basketball as Audra Schmeidler returns to the Hayes High lineup. Replacing J.C. Dale. So Hayes High with Schneider, Liker, Schmeidler, Hutchison, and Haley George, the 5 on the floor against the 2-3 zone now from Andale. Skip pass left side. Here's Liker, a 3 that is up and too strong, but an offensive rebound down to Savannah Schneider. She'll go to the baseline for Haley George, who missed everything, and the rebound pulled out of there by Rachel Bergkamp. Hayes High had another opportunity after the offensive rebound as Bergkamp will get it back on the kick from Easter. Andale, 41 seconds to play first quarter, down 13-12, but they've got the basketball. Jill Bergkamp on the right baseline, top of the key. Easter spins into the circle, right side. Here's a 3 that is missing everything by Gutchenritter, but it's down to Jill Bergkamp, who puts it home. 4 for Bergkamp, and it's 14-13 in favor of Andale off of their third offensive rebound of the first quarter. So Hayes High, 14 seconds to play first quarter. Need to get a shot up. Schmeidler on a step back, passed on the 3. We'll give it up to Hutchison. Maddie to Kelly Liker with 6. Now to Schmeidler. Andra, a 3 that is up and missed everything. Rebound tracked down by Haley George, and then we get a foul. They're going to say that George was out of bounds. Eastside made 3 of their first 4 threes. As Andale will just key it in and hold it for the final second of the quarter. Eastside got out to a quick start, but Andale leads by 1 at 14-13 as we head to the second quarter. This is Hayes High Indian basketball.
Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Carpa One of Hayes Vitston Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Thomas More Prep Marion, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Discovery Drilling, serving central and western Kansas for over 19 years. Master Cleaners, professional dry cleaning at an affordable price. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building dreams for over 30 years. Service Master Clean of Hayes, from the major accidents to the minor incidents. Lifetime Dental Care, providing your family health, function, and beauty. Insurance Planning, insurance for the way you work and live. Bonaparte Treat, a bakery, boutique, and hotel for your pet. Hayes Chevrolet, they have a huge selection of brand new and pre-owned vehicles. M&D Incorporated, building the backbone of our community. Verney's Hamburger House, feed yourself or the whole team.
Hayes High trailing by 1 at 14-13. We'll have the basketball as we head to the second quarter. Indians led 13-12 after a free throw by Hutchison. They'll get it right back as they've got the basketball. Here's an inside pass and a good one. That will be a layup for Haley George, who's headed to the free throw line and a chance at a 3-point play. So Hayes High back on top now after the first field goal of the ball game for Haley George. Peyton Chavez picks up the foul. So Hayes High back on top here at 15-14. And now George to the free throw line and knocks down the free throw. So just like that, Hayes High with a 3-point play out of the gates here in the second quarter, and they're back on top by 2 at 16-14. And then Cleveno nearly stole a pass the top of that zone defense for Hayes High. Instead, Easter will have it. Now they'll skip it here to Tyler Winter. Sophomore back to Easter as they work to the left side. Now back to the top of the key. 7.5 to play first quarter, or here in this first half. Bergkamp will give it up. Out of Easter, and now back to Bergkamp, who has it deflected and stolen. Nicole Dinkel came away with the steal. Second Andale turnover. Indians look to run. George right side. She'll take the short jumper, missed it, and Jill Bergkamp comes down with a defensive rebound for Andale as they look to push up the floor, and then Schmeidler with a deflection stopped that right side layup on a skip pass, trying to get it to Dreiling. And now they'll set up the offense. Here's a bounce pass for Bergkamp, who was tied up for a moment, but got it back. And a runner that will not go for Tyler Winter, who then reaches in and commits the foul as Audra Schmeidler came up with a defensive rebound. So Winter will pick up the foul. It'll be her second, and it's already the 7th team foul on Andale. So Audra Schmeidler will go to the line, where she'll shoot a 1-and-1. J.C. Dale replaces Haley George in the Hayes High lineup. Schmeidler shoots the first one and knocks it down. She has 2 now in the ball game, 17-14. Hayes High with a 3-point lead. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Kerner Chiropractic, Westview Church, Thomas More Prep Marion, Carpet One of Hayes Vidstem Decorating Center. Second free throw for Schmeidler is good. 3 first half points for Audra Schmeidler, and Hayes High leads by 4 at 18-14. This is their largest lead of the ball game. And Andale back the other way with it. It's a winner. Nice catch with Easter at the top of the key. Now they go baseline for Chavez. Left side, Easter will take the 3. It rims in and out. Offensive rebound down to Chavez, who will kick it back out to Easter. Winner will take the 3, partially deflected by Clemeno, but Katie Dreiling comes down with it, and then she threw it away. Callie Leiker steals it. Leiker going 1-on-2 up the floor and is fouled. Good play by Callie Leiker. She's headed to the line. And good defense for Hayes High. Despite giving up a couple of offensive rebounds, they get a steal. That'll be the 3rd foul on Tyler Winter. Leiker will shoot a pair and knocks down the first one. Callie Leiker with her first point of the ball game. Hayes High leads by 5. They're on a 6-0 run to start this second quarter. So they lead 19-14. Second free throw for Leiker is good as well. So Leiker drills a pair. She's got 2, and Hayes High with their largest lead. They extend it now to 6 at 20-14. Leiker did not, or rather had 4 points yesterday with a couple of points here at the free throw line, putting Hayes High up by 6. Andale will swing it around as they get it to Jewel Eck, who's back into the ball game. Shiro plays to Winter, and then Nicole Dinkle with another good play. She picked it all off on the pass from Eck, and now Hayes High will run. Clemeno, 3-pointer left side, that'll miss to the right, and it's tracked down by Andale. Hayes High made 3 of their first 4 threes as Andale looks to run up the floor, and Dreiling is going to be fouled by Audra Schmeidler. So Katie Dreiling will earn a trip to the free throw line. It'll be her first of the ball game. Audra Schmeidler picks up the first, and it's the Hayes High second team foul. As Dreiling trying to put it into a 6-0 run here for Hayes High, and she does just that. 20-15. That free throw comes at the 5:41 mark for Andale and Katie Dreiling. As Savannah Schneider returns to the Hayes High lineup. Second free throw up, and it's off the mark. Schmeidler comes down to the rebound for Hayes High. So 1 of 2 at the line for Katie Dreiling, who has 7 in the ball game. Schmeidler will pull it out and set up the offense for Hayes High. Savannah Schneider on a bounce pass for Schmeidler. J.C. Dale, who just checked into the ball game, gives it up, and a great bounce pass, and inside Audra Schmeidler scores. Schmeidler has 5, and they run the little screen at the top of the key. Schmeidler, as we get a timeout on the floor, coming around that screen on the left side of the lane, scores it, and Hayes High leads 22-15 as they continue to build on their largest lead of the ball game. Started this second quarter on a 7-0 run, and they are in the middle of a 9-1 run. So we got a timeout on the floor. Hayes High leading 22-15. Hayes High Indiana Athletics brought to you in part by Discovery Drilling. Paul Wernberger Construction, Service Master Clean, Masters Cleaners, and Lifetime Dental Care. Also brought to you by Insurance Planning, Bonapet Treat, Say Chevrolet, and M&D Incorporated. Hayes High led by as many as 3 early in the first quarter and 9-6 thanks to a Maddie Hutchison 3-pointer. But we would be tied at 12. And then Andale would take the lead after 1 at 14-13. But Hayes on a 9-1 run. And they have the lead at 7, which is the largest lead for either team in the early going at 22-15. Out of the timeout, Hayes High with Macy Steckel, who's in for the first time here in the second quarter. As they work on the defensive end. Andale will swing it around left side for Peyton Chavez, who will drive into the lane. Chavez on the runner is going to be fouled inside, and I think it will be on Audra Schmeidler. And it is on Schmeidler. That'll be her second, both coming here in the second quarter. And instead of going up straight with her arms, let them come down a little bit as Chavez drew the contact, and now Chavez to the line for the first time. Free throw up for Chavez, and it's good. Chavez scored 3. Their loss to Manhattan, 22-16. With 5:04 to play here in this second quarter. Chavez will shoot the second one, and it rims in and out, but we're going to have a lane violation called on Andale. So that free throw, which bounced out anyway, we'll give it back to Hayes High. So Audra Schmeidler will key it in. Now some pressure into the backcourt from Andale. They get it right to Schmeidler, and Audra will bring it up the near sideline. And now Hayes High will set their offense. Schneider guarded tightly and had it stolen away by Easter, and then the tie-up will give it back to Andale. So Hayes High will turn it over for just the third time now in the ball game. Make it the fourth time now in the ball game. First time here in this quarter with 4:45 to play first half. Hayes leading 22-16. Andale with Easter down to the left side for Rachel Bergkamp. Into the circle, Dreiling banks home the free throw line jumper, and she has 9, 22-18 on the field goal by Katie Dreiling. That's the first field goal of the ball game, or here of the second quarter for Andale, and it comes the 4:25 mark in the second quarter. Steckel will give it up to Schmeidler, or rather to Schneider. Now bounce pass for Talon Clevenow. Thought about a long three. Instead, we'll pull it out and set the offense as we close in on 4 minutes to play. Schmeidler a three. That'll skip off. Right for the rebound. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Andale. Casey Dale had inside position, but it was knocked out of bounds by Andale. And now head coach Kirk Nasco wants a timeout for the Lady Indians. He's on a 9-1 run. But a little 4-2 run and a couple of field goals put together here by Andale, and they're back within 4 at 22-18. So timeout taken here by Hayes High. Our game brought to you in part by Leon's Welding and Fabrication, Sakatumi Sushi Rolls, Union Station Coffee and Roastery, and Vernice Hamburger House. Hayes High led by as many as 7 at 22-15. Now it will be Hayes basketball. Steckel will key it in underneath the basket. Right side for Schneider. Thought about the baseline jumper. And now we'll give it up to Talon Clevenow. Clevenow with under 4 to play second quarter. Will back it up and set the offense. With a bounce pass to Schmeidler. Out of J.C. Dales. They go left side for Clevenow. Talon drives in. Cut off on the baseline. We'll give it up to Dale. It's a ball above her head. She's going to take Bergkamp off the dribble. Got inside and scored it. Had it knocked away, but collected it. And J.C. Dale has her first field goal of the ball game. 24-18. On the field goal by J.C. Dale. And Hayes High leads by 6 again with 3.5 to play here in the second quarter. Left side, Andale will skip it to Easter. A three that'll skip off the left side, and J.C. Dale comes down with a defensive rebound for Hayes High. Amanda Schneider bring it across midcourt with 3:15 left in the second quarter. Hayes High with good defense in this first half. Really smothering Andale, held him to just 1 of 6 shooting in the second quarter. 3 on the way for Clevenow is good. Talon Clevenow buries her third three-pointer of the ball game. Clevenow with 11 now as Hayes High leads by 9 at 27-18 on the third 3 of the first half for Talon Clevenow. Hayes High back on the defensive end. Andale will swing it to the baseline. Here's a drive by Jewel Eck, cut off on the baseline by Schneider. Bergkamp will take the right side 3. Too strong for Jill Bergkamp. And a rebound cleared out of there by J.C. Dale for Hayes High. Andale 0 for 5 from three-point range in this first half. Hayes High is 3 of 7, all make it 4 of 7 as Cleveno has 3. Maddie Hutchison with a 1 as well. Cleveno at the elbow will give it off to Schmeidler. Back to Cleveno. So he'll work out near the top of the circle. Schmeidler was open on the right side. Decided not to shoot the 3. Instead will go to Steckel. Steckel plays it left wing on a backdoor pass from Schneider to Audra Schmeidler. And then she'll step back and take the right side 3. That'll miss too short. Fight for the rebound. Audra had it for a moment, and the arrow will keep it for Hayes High. So Hayes High will retain possession of the basketball. As Hayes High with 3 new faces into the ball game. Haley George, Maddie Hutchison, and Nicole Dinkle check in for Hayes High. As Dale and Cleveno stay on the floor for Hayes High. So they'll key it in with 1:42 to play second quarter. Bounce pass and a good find for Talon Cleveno, who got bumped, missed it, got her own rebound, and it's knocked out of bounds. And it will stay, they say, with Hayes High. Sure looked like Cleveno may have got fouled into the lane. A lot of contact underneath. And Hayes High will keep possession of the basketball. Here's Cleveno, another 3 up and good. Talon Cleveno buries another one. She's got 14 in the ball game. Cleveno has 4 threes in the first half. Hayes High leads 30-18, their largest lead of the ball game. Back-to-back threes for Cleveno. Dreiling has her pass deflected out of bounds. Cleveno saves it actually back in. Now a scrum for the basketball, and it's thrown away. Hayes High will come away with it as Easter threw it away. Bounce pass for Hutchison back to Cleveno. Probably made the one too many passes as it's knocked out of bounds by Andale. Looked like that time on a little 2-on-1. Hutchison should have shot it. After that little scramble, Hayes High got it back on the turnover. It'll be the 5th for Andale. And Hutchison's lucky that that pass was knocked out of bounds. And last touch by Andale. Hutchison into the lane. Her runner is too strong off the mark. And it's cleared out of there by Morgan Geist. Another little runner a little too strong as Andale will push it for Easter. Now to Geist on the right side. And they'll get it down to Gutschenritter, who will kick it back out. They get it right back to her on a skip pass on this right wing. Now to Rachel Bergkamp. Katie Dreiling. They don't want to shoot it to the top of the key as Andale works their offense. With 33 seconds to play second quarter. Hayes High with their largest lead, and then Cleveno steals the pass away. She'll find Dinkle, who doesn't have numbers and who will stop it and set up the offense with 20 seconds to play here in the second quarter. George for Cleveno on the left side. She'll take another 3 that misses everything, and the rebound pulled down by Morgan Geist. So a little heat check that time for Hayes High and Talon Cleveno. Is Easter quick runner, too strong, fight for the rebound, and it's Nicole Dinkle who will pick up the loose basketball, and they call a quick tie-up. Wow, that was quick. Referee here on the near side called a foul, but instead he'll go with the held ball. That was a quick tie-up. Sure looked like should have been a foul on the inside, but with 0.6 seconds to play here in the second quarter, Andale will key it in. So they'll throw it in, and Easter takes the 3 that will skip off, and Hayes High with their largest lead by 12 at 30-18 as we head to the halftime break. Talon Cleveno has 14 in the first half. She goes 4 of 6 from three-point range to lead all scorers with 14 and knocks down 4 first half three-pointers. So at halftime, Hayes High on top of Andale, 30-18. This is Hayes High Indian basketball.
This presentation of Eagle TV High School Sports is brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza in Hayes. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Services for all ages, Sunday mornings at 10:30 and Wednesday evenings at 7. See them online at westviewchurch.tv. Carpet One of Hayes and Vitstum Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, worlds of opportunity, investing for eternity. Discovery Drilling, with 4 late model rigs, they have served central and western Kansas for over 19 years. Master Cleaners, professional dry cleaning at an affordable price. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial, building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, see our ad in the Next Tech directory. Service Master Clean of Hayes, from the major accidents to the minor incidents. Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 785-628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. They provide your family with health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Insurance Planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Bonapet Treat, a bakery, boutique, and hotel for your pet with a fun-filled experience for your special friend. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayschevrolet.com. M&D Incorporated. They do trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And they now accept credit and debit cards. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Vernie's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Next Tech Wireless. Discover something different. Sakatumi Sushi Rolls. The freshest fish this side of Big Creek. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon-Ryan today. PerfTech Wireline Services, total cased whole wireline services covering the state of Kansas, and proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Carico Implement, pleased to offer the John Deere line of equipment, from farm tractors to lawn and garden equipment. Carico carries many hard-to-find parts and offers a complete line of toys and collectibles. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products we stand behind. See us at our location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. G&L Tire and Automotive, more than just tires. They do oil changes, alignments, brake service, transmission flushes, any kind of service work, including tires by Firestone and Bridgestone. Union Station Coffee and Roastery, fresh roasted coffee daily. Leon's Welding and Fabrication, custom-built projects from the start to the gloss to the durable powder coat finish. Advanced Insulation and Coatings, save money, reduce sound, improve indoor air quality. Spray foam is the right choice for your home or business. Advanced Insulation and Coatings in Hayes. APAC, proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in the industry. APAC, giving you the smooth ride. KJ&G Customs, for complete auto restorations, custom paint jobs, and custom exhaust. See Troy Robinson and the staff at KJ&G Customs on East 13th Street in Hayes. And by Eagle Communications, proud to provide cable TV, the fastest high-speed internet and phone services to the area. Eagle Communications, our community connected. This presentation of Eagle TV High School Sports is brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza in Hayes. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Services for all ages, Sunday mornings at 10:30 and Wednesday evenings at 7. See them online at westviewchurch.tv. Carpet One of Hayes and Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, Investing for Eternity. Discovery Drilling. With 4 late model rigs, they have served central and western Kansas for over 19 years. Master Cleaners. Professional dry cleaning at an affordable price. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial, building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction. See our ad in the Next Tech directory. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 785-628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. They provide your family with health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Insurance Planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Bonapet Treat, a bakery, boutique, and hotel for your pet with a fun-filled experience for your special friend. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayschevrolet.com. M&D Incorporated. They do trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. And they now accept credit and debit cards. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Vernie's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Next Tech Wireless. Discover something different. Sakatumi Sushi Rolls. The freshest fish this side of Big Creek. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon-Ryan today. PerfTech Wireline Services, total cased whole wireline services covering the state of Kansas, and proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Carico Implement, pleased to offer the John Deere line of equipment, from farm tractors to lawn and garden equipment. Carico carries many hard-to-find parts and offers a complete line of toys and collectibles. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products we stand behind. See us at our location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. G&L Tire and Automotive, more than just tires. They do oil change.
After holding Andale to just 4 points in the second quarter, Hayes High Lady Indians begin the second half of the basketball with their largest lead at 30-18. Here's a drive for Callie Leiker. She's going to be tied up and have it knocked out of bounds. I'll say actually Leiker was the last one to touch it, and so it will be a shot out of bounds. Turnover there for Hayes High as they will give it back to Andale. 30-18, Hayes High has the lead. Indians with their starting 5 on the floor. So go back to that little 1-2-2 or the 3-2 point zone. Andale shooting down to our left with the basketball. Chavez will give it up for Tyler Winter, the sophomore who picked up 3 fouls in that first half. Did not play a lot in the second quarter. Here's a pass inside for Dreiling. Had it knocked away and it's stolen. Audra Schmeidler will come away with the loose ball as Andale will turn it over for the 7th time. Hayes High with Callie Leiker, Nicole Dinkle who has it on the left wing, Haley George, Talon Clevino, and also Audra Schmeidler, the 5 on the floor. As they get it inside on the block for Nicole Dinkle, who can't connect, but a shot by Audra Schmeidler goes awry as well. A couple of good inside looks for Hayes High, but can't convert, and Andale will come down with the loose basketball as they quickly go inside for Bergkamp. Had it knocked away, and the ball rolls out of bounds as Talon Clevino forced the turnover and it knocked off of like Winter, maybe the last one who touched that, says Bria Gutschenritter, the 5'8 sophomore, checks in for the first time here in this second half for Andale. Clemeno with a quick drive. It'll skip off the rim and a backside rebound corralled by Easter, and now Andale looks to push as they run up the floor. Easter stopped and started again to the right wing as Bergkamp will have it. Jill Bergkamp gives it up to Jaden Easter, and now they'll skip it to the right wing for Winter. Gutschenritter has it as she'll get it inside for Dreiling. Had it stripped from behind. Ball picked up by Winter, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Andale. Good pressure on the basketball from Nicole Dinkle that time. Dinkle had a good first half as well defensively. Forced a couple of turnovers and a couple of steals to show for him on the 8th turnover for Andale in this ball game. Ace High with 6:05 to play third quarter. Audra Schmeidler has it on the right wing, and now Leiker will get it back and call out the offense. Into the high post for George. Bounce pass for Audra Schmeidler. Audra puts it on the floor once, left it short of the pull-up jumper, and it's out of bounds. There's a deflected last by Andale, and so it will stay with Hayes High. So Lady Indians struggling here. Start this third quarter offensively. Missed 5 straight to start the quarter. That was after shooting 43% in the first half. Maddie Hutchison just into the ball game, takes the baseline 3 and missed it. And then we get a reach by Audra Schmeidler. Schmeidler actually had it in on the block, and Coach Kirk Maska telling her she should have shot it when she had it inside. And then Schmeidler reached in and committed the foul. It's her 3rd. And so J.C. Dale will replace her in the Hayes High lineup. Mentioned Maddie Hutchison checked in for Hayes High. So on the defensive end, it is Dale, George, Leiker, Clevino, and Hutchison, the 5 on the floor for Hayes High. With 5:40 to play here, third quarter. Hayes still leading 30-18, which is their largest lead of the ball game. Andale will get it to Winter at the top of the key. Surveys that defense, got it right back from Easter. Now we'll give it up to Jaden Easter on the right wing. One dribble, then off to Winter. Winter drives to the elbow. They get it inside for Katie Dreiling, who scores from about 4 feet away. 4 feet away. Dreiling hit a double figures for the 3rd time this year with 11, and it's a 10-point Hayes High lead at 30-20. That is the first field goal for either team here this quarter. A 3 for Clevino will skip off, and a backside rebound fought for. Easter had it for a moment. That's out of bounds, last touched by Leiker as Kelly ripped it away. So Hayes High can't convert, and Andale will get it back. 4:55 left here in this third quarter. Hayes High leads by 10 at 30-20. Andale with the basketball. Jaden Easter surveys that zone defense from Hayes High. Dreiling will take the 3. That'll skip off from the right side. It's picked up by Callie Leiker. She pulls down another defensive rebound. Leiker had 5 defensive rebounds. Lost to Olathe East as Clemeno has it on the right wing. Off to Leiker, now to Haley George. George trying to get it inside for J.C. Dale. Instead, we'll go to the baseline for Clevino. Couple of dribbles, now finds Leiker. She'll take the long 2 into the circle. Skips off, offensive rebound, and then J.C. Dale's fouled on the putback. So J.C. Dale will earn a couple of free throws at the line. While Hayes High picks up another offensive rebound. Struggling from the floor here in this second half. They've missed 7 straight, but Dale will go to the free throw line for the first time of the ball game for the Hayes High Lady Indians. Free throw for J.C. Dale off to the left. Dale, a 66% free throw shooter. Katie Dreiling will check out. Morgan Geist, the 5'11 sophomore, in for Andale. JC Dale's second free throw up and good. So Dale makes one of two. She has three in the ball game, and Hayes, their first point comes with 4:13 left here in this third quarter, and it's the JC Dale free throw that puts Hayes High up 11 at 31-20. Easter has it left wing. Skip pass for Jill Bergkamp. One dribble. Now they'll swing it around here on a backdoor pass. Bergkamp from Easter, and the layup is good. Jill Bergkamp, their third field goal of the ball game. She has 6, 31-22. Hayes High with the lead after the Bergkamp bucket. On the other end, Cleveno got up in the air and threw it away, and then we get a tie-up, and the arrow will give it back here to Andale. So Hayes High offensively sputtering a little bit here in this third quarter. It's the sixth Hayes High turnover. And that time Cleveno got up in the air on a drive and had nowhere to go with it. So Hayes High will turn it over. Getting that little 3-2 defense, and a bucket good for Geist. As they get it to her in the high post, and it's 31-24. Morgan Geist with a field goal. They made 3 of their 4 attempts here in the second half. Liker off to Dale. JC put it on the floor once. Gets it to Maddie Hutchison. Hutchison will drive right side, and she is bumped as she put it on the floor. That's the second team foul in the second half on Andale. It's on Guchenritter. It's her first, and actually it's just the first on Andale of this second half. Hayes High with Audra Schmeidler back into the ball game. That three from Cleveno from the right wing is short. Hayes High still without a field goal in this second half as Andale will run up the floor. Guchenritter gets it off to Geist. Long two that banks off, and the rebound tracked down by JC Dale. Hayes High with 2:45 to go here in our third quarter. They lead by 7 as Winter knocked it out of bounds, knocked it out of the possession of Cleveno as she was trying to bring it up the left side, and now Talon will key it in. Exactly opposite of the Hayes High bench on a bounce pass for Dale, and a wraparound pass to Schmeidler, left block, and Audra scores. 33-24, Hayes back on top by 9 with 2.5 to play here in the third. That's our first field goal of the second half. Bergkamp double team, top of the key Easter. She'll take the three, left it short. Dale comes down with a defensive rebound for Hayes High. And Dale still without a 3-point field goal in this ball game, and then Audra Schmeidler almost had it stolen away, able to pick it up on the floor, and now they'll give it off to Cleveno and set their offense. We're closing on 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. Cleveno dribbles out near midcourt. Guchenritter will close out, and then they give it to Dale on the right side. JC driving in, and she's going to be fouled. So Dale puts it on the floor, and we get a reach called on Jill Bergkamp. Bergkamp picks up her first. And so in for Hayes High, Nicole Dinkle. Savannah Schneider in for Hayes as well. As Dinkle will key it in right in front of the Hayes High coaches. A bounce pass to Audra Schmeidler. And Schmeidler will dribble out and give it off to Nicole Dinkle. Dinkle has it near midcourt, drives into the lane, and is going to be fouled. Hayes High's done a really nice job of putting pressure on the defensive Andale with their dribble drives. Saw that in the first quarter, as in the first half, Andale was quickly into the bonus. And that foul will be the 4th team foul on Andale. Quick inbounds pass to Schmeidler. Had no shot on the left block. And then Savannah Schneider with a good drive, but that pass a little bit low, and it's through the hands of JC Dale. And so Hayes High will turn it over for the 7th time in this ball game. With 1:34 to go in the third quarter. Hayes leading by 9 at 33-24. And Dale will bring it across the timeline. Just a slow walk across the timeline. So winner cut off by Savannah Schneider. She takes the point in this little 3-2 zone. A little point zone, if you will. So they have long arms of Schneider this time at the top of the key. They lob it to the elbow or the free throw line for Dreiling, and they quickly get it inside for Geist on a mismatch, and Morgan Geist has 6, so she banked it in on the left block. We do get a timeout on the floor. It's 33-26 with a minute 1 here to play in this third quarter. We'll keep it right here. Morgan Geist has 4 straight for Andale. It's 33-26. Hayes High with the lead. Hayes High basketball brought to you by Next Tech Wireless, Bacon Ryan Appraising Service, Carico Implements, Home Steel Siding and Windows. Also brought to you by General Tire and Automotive, Advanced Installation and Coatings, APAC, KJ&G Customs, and Eagle Communications. Callie Leiker and Talon Clevino will return to the Hayes High lineup. Audra Schmeidler, Haley George, and Nicole Dinkle out there as well. Out of the timeout, Andale will come with some pressure. So Hayes High will get it into Clevino, who's double teamed in the backcourt. As Elizabeth Leap, the 5'11 senior, checks in for the first time, and Hayes High nearly turned it over. It sure looked like that time Guchenritter was here on the near sideline and knocked it out of bounds right into the Hayes bench, but instead they'll say it was out of bounds on Hayes High. It looked like Guchenritter was out of bounds when she tried to save it right in front of Coach Kirk Maskin. He also thought it was sure off of Andale. Instead, they'll get it back with 50 seconds to play here in the third. Hayes leading by 7 at 33-26, but Andale back with the basketball. Hayes has just the 1 field goal here in this third quarter. Top of the key for Winner. She'll pass on the 3 instead. Has her pass stolen away. Nicole Dinkle again. She gets a piece of that one and forces the 9th turnover for Andale. And now Clevino will hold it near midcourt. With the final 25 seconds to play here in the third. Now a bounce pass for Dinkle. So they get their offense ready to go. Dinkle guarded by a Winner. Couple of dribbles near the Indian bench. And then Winner reaches in and commits the foul. It's going to be the 4th foul on Tyler Winner. So Winner, who was in foul trouble in that first half, already with 4, and now she will check out. And so Jewel Eck returns to the Andale lineup as Dinkle will key it in with 16.7 seconds to play here in this third quarter. Nearly a foul on Leiker, as Easter collided with Leiker into the backcourt. Probably could have been a foul there as well. Hayes High will run their offense with Dinkle. Now with 5 seconds to play third quarter. Clevino puts it on the floor for George. Haley takes the 3 right set. It's good! Haley George buries the 3 to beat the third quarter clock. Hayes High leads by 10 at 36-26. So we head to the 4th and final quarter. Hayes High leading by 10 at 36-26. This is Hayes High Indian basketball.
Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Carpa One of Hayes Vitston Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Thomas More Prep Marion, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Discovery Drilling, serving central and western Kansas for over 19 years. Master Cleaners, professional dry cleaning at an affordable price. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building dreams for over 30 years. Service Master Clean of Hayes, from the major accidents to the minor incidents. Lifetime Dental Care, providing your family health, function, and beauty. Insurance Planning, insurance for the way you work and live. Bonaparte Treat, a bakery, boutique, and hotel for your pet. Hayes Chevrolet, they have a huge selection of brand new and pre-owned vehicles. M&D Incorporated, building the backbone of our community. Verney's Hamburger House, feed yourself or the whole team.
Haley George makes her first 3-pointer of the year to put Hayes High up 10 at 36-26. And now as we begin the 4th quarter, we get a Talon Clevino drive, and she is going to be fouled. Jewel Eck will pick up the foul. That's the 16th foul on Andale. So Hayes High leading by 10 again at 36-26. Quick inbounds pass for Audra Schmeidler, who missed it on the left block. Fight for the rebound, and it's Andale and Katie Dreiling who comes down with it. So Hayes High will give it back, and now we get a foul up the floor on Callie Leiker. Be the first on Liker. It's just the second team foul. Hayes High led by as many as 12 to start the third quarter, and then Haley George to beat the clock makes her first three-pointer of the season and puts Hayes High up 10 at 36-26. And now Andale with the basketball. They'll kick it to Easter on a three. She misses everything, and Dreiling can't handle it for Andale, and it's out of bounds. Hayes High made just 2 field goals in that second quarter and scored just 6 points, but still were able to hold Andale to just 8. Getting some pressure from Andale into the backcourt. Callie Liker able to break it all by herself. Had it knocked away on some contact. Finds Haley George left-sided. She's fouled on the jump shot. So Haley George will head to the free throw line here for Hayes High. George with 6 in the ball game. Already 1 of 1 at the free throw line as she'll shoot a couple. Jill Bergkamp picks up the foul, and it's her second, and it's the team's 7th. Free throw for George is short. Just a 61% free throw shooter on the year. She was 1 of 1 back in that second quarter. She'll shoot the second one, and that one rims off as well as Andale down with a rebound. And they'll race up the floors. Katie Dreiling pulled down the defensive rebound. Easter for Eck. They get posted up inside for Bergkamp, who bobbled it and got it out to Easter. Here's Easter on a runner that will rim in and out. That one bounced off the glass and actually rimmed it back out. And Andra Schmeidler will come down with the defensive rebound for Hayes High. Andale 0 for 2 to start the fourth quarter. Schmeidler on a drive to the left block, threw it away, and now we're going to get a held ball inside, and the arrow will give it over to Andale. Schmeidler got in on that left block, but then really had nowhere to go, and turns it over. Hayes High with their 9th turnover of the ball game. 6:52 to go here in the fourth quarter. Peyton Chavez returns to the Andale lineup. Hayes High leading by 10 at 36-26. Andale with Jaden Easter. The high post for Dreiling put up a shot, and Katie Dreiling's going to be fouled on the jump shot. Not a whole lot of lift on that jumper that time from the 5'11 senior Dreiling, and they get Haley George with a foul. It's just the first on Haley George, and Dreiling back to the free throw line. And that one is short. Dreiling, a 54% free throw shooter, misses on that one, is now 1 of 3 at the line of the ball game. She's in double figures with 11. It's the second one up and good. She makes 1 of 2. 12 now in the ball game, and it's a 9-point Hayes High lead at 36-26, or 27 rather, after the bucket for Katie Dreiling. And they do bring in a new face, does Andale. Trying to set up that pressure. Hayes High broke it with Liker, but then had it knocked away, and it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Andale. Liker actually got up in the air, and Coach Kirk Maskett telling her to slow down. And she broke the pressure, and then was a little bit out of control, and lucky it was knocked out of bounds by Andale. As Morgan Geist returns to the lineup for Andale. Nicole Dinkle to key it in for George on the left baseline. Now back to Dinkle. And they'll play it to Cleveno. Talon has the right side. With 6:24 to play here in this fourth quarter. Hayes leads by 9 at 36-27. Liker off to Cleveno. Out near midcourt. And to Dinkle. Hayes High starting their offense. Is Liker being harassed by Easter the whole time. And they finally do get a foul on a bump. This time it's Jewel Eck. It'll be her second as she fouls Talon Cleveno. And so she'll earn a chance here at a couple of free throws on a 1-and-1 on the 8th team foul. So Talon Cleveno to the line for the first time, had 14 in the first half, and that free throw rattles home. So 15 of the ball game for Cleveno, and Hayes back on top here by 10 at 37-27. Cleveno knocked down 4 first half threes. Second free throw up and rattled them both home. So 16 in the ball game for Cleveno. Hayes leads by 11 again at 38-27. Closing on 6 minutes to play in our ball game. Hayes trying to advance to that 5th and 6th place game tomorrow. Here's a pass deflected. It's stolen. Clevino up the floor. Right side layup is off the mark. And a rebound pulled down by Hayes High. That shot by Callie Liker, who came up with the rebound, is off the mark, but Callie's going to be fouled. Clevino had the 10th team or 10th turnover for Andale. Couldn't get the layup to go, but we do get free throws here for Callie Liker. And that one rattles home. Liker with 3, all at the free throw line. Hayes High leads once again by 12 at 39-27. Second free throw up and good as well. Callie Liker got a both. She has 4. Hayes' largest lead of the ball game at 13 at 40-27. Andale with 5:35 to play fourth quarter. It's it to Bergkamp on a pass deflected, nearly stolen by Dinkle. And we're going to get a tie-up in the arrow. We'll give it off to Hayes High. And the defense of Nicole Dinkle has been stellar here today. Got a piece of that one and nearly came away with the clean steal that forces the held ball. And so Hayes High will get it back on the turnover. With the 11th Andale turnover. As Leap returns to the lineup for Andale. Again with some pressure in the backcourt. Schmeidler keys it in to Liker. Back to Schmeidler. And we get a timeout taken here by Hayes High. It's a full timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. Anxiety Athletics brought to you by Hertz Rent-A-Car, Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker, Kevin Shoemaker Construction, Adams Brown Barron and Ball, Steel Fabrications, Precision Valley Golf Center, Crown Production Services of Hayes. Also brought to you by Horizon Appliance and Electronics, Next Tech, Heartland Building Center, and Midwest Energy. Hayes High with their largest lead of the ball game at 40-27. Hayes High, after only scoring 6 points in that third quarter, already with 4, all 4 at the free throw line. Talon Clevino and Callie Liker both with a pair of free throws. Clevino with 16, one away from her season high. Just about had it on a steal and layup, but couldn't convert. Hayes High tried to advance on to take on the winner of Shawnee Mission South and Wichita Northwest. That'll be the game following our game here this afternoon. 5:26 to go, fourth quarter. Out of the timeout, Hayes High will have the basketball with Nicole Dinkle, Haley George, Talon Clevino, Callie Liker, and Audra Schmeidler. Schmeidler will key it in to Clevino. We'll try and trap Clevino. Got some space, and now we'll get it off to Liker across the timeline and out of the baseline for Haley George. George drives in, a lot of contact, and a late call is Bergkamp. She's going to be called for the block. It's her third. So Haley George will head back to the free throw line. George, to end that third quarter, made her first three-pointer of the year. So she's now 1 of 1 from three-point range. And the free throw is good for George. She has 7. Hayes leads 41-27. Scored 5 straight at the free throw line. Hayes High make it Andale back with Winner and Geist. As George shoots the second one, and nothing but net on both of them. 8 for George. 42-27. Hayes High with 6 in this quarter, all at the free throw line. They have the largest lead of the ball game on a double team. Geist is going to be fouled on a quick whistle inside. They get Talon Clevino. It's the second on Clevino, just the 4th team foul. Maddie Hutchison replaces Nicole Dinkle for Hayes High as they are on the defensive end here with 5:06 to play fourth quarter. Easter drives right side and they get a blocking call on Hayes High on Maddie Hutchison. Hayes did a good job throughout this ball game of putting pressure on the Andale defense by putting the ball on the floor, and how Andale does the same. Lob over the top for Easter. Jaden Easter will take the 3. It'll rim in and out. Fight for the rebound. And we get a tie-up as Callie Liker ties up Katie Dreiling. So on the arrow, it will stay with Andale. Just under 5 minutes to play here in our ball game. Hayes High up 15. It's the largest lead of the ball game at 42-27. Liker strips Winner, who drove into the lane. Had it knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with Andale, as they say it was out of bounds off of Callie Liker. She did a nice job to rip that one away from Winner, who will key it in for Andale. Quick inbounds pass, and the ball's put on the floor. They tried to get it to Geist. After a scramble, Andale came away with it. Dreiling had it knocked away on the drive, and the held ball. And again, it's Callie Liker. And the arrow will give it back to Hayes High on the turnover for Andale. Andale with 12 turnovers in the ball game. Hayes with 9. Scoochenritter returns to the lineup for Andale. Otter Schmeidler will key it in to Cleveno, who was double teamed for a moment. Now pass to Liker. Callie races across the timeline. Right side for George. Out of Cleveno. So they can hold here and try and set up their offense with 4:30 left fourth quarter. Get it to Liker. Andale again trying to trap in the corners. Hutchison for Cleveno. Now they trap Cleveno. Top of the key finds Liker. Callie on the drive. Right side, and she scores. Hayes leads 44-27 on the Callie Liker drive. So they continue to extend their lead. Liker now is 6 in the ball game. And Hayes, their largest lead at 44-27. Easter got free for a moment. Now a 3 that is way too long for Leap. Hayes High comes down with it. Talon Cleveno clears. Andale still 0 for now 9 from three-point range in this ball game. Cleveno in some trouble. Her pass off to Hutchison. It's knocked out of bounds. They say last touch by Hayes High. Hutchison had it poked away. And so they'll say Hayes High was the last one to touch it. They say it was off of Hutchison. So the 10th Hayes High turnover. New faces in for the Andale Lady Indians. As Bergkamp returned to the lineup, here's a Winner. Thought about the 3, now will drive in, and got away with a double dribble. It is taken away by Haley George on the 13th turnover for Andale. Andale tried to pick up that defensive pressure as Hayes High will give it off to Hutchison, now to Liker. Guarded by Easter. Try to double her off to Haley George. George has it above her head. Guarded tightly by Bergkamp. Her pass deflected. George got it back on the baseline, and now to Audra Schmeidler. Schmeidler, they swing it around. They'll give it to Liker. Now to Hutchison. Hayes High with 2:50 to play in the ball game. Leading. Here's a shot right side for George. It skips off. Schmeidler fights for the rebound and got it back. And they'll give the arrow over to Andale. So J.C. Dale will replace Haley George. After that held ball, gives it back to Andale. Winner for Andale. 2:35 to go. Gives it off. So they get it into the high post for Bergkamp, who can't finish. And now a rebound for Dale, who's tied up in the arrow. We'll give it off here to Hayes High. So Hayes High will get it back on the alternate possession. And Dale now with a couple of new faces into the ball game. Guchenritter returns to the lineup. Also Eck in as well, as Liker will get it across the timeline all by herself. Breaks that pressure. Liker had it knocked away. Fight for the basketball, and it's a turnover for Hayes High. Hayes High turns it over. Coach Kirk Maska trying to get them to slow it down after they break that trap, as Liker comes up with a miss after the shot by Jayden Easter, and then Liker's going to be fouled as she pulls down a defensive rebound. That foul will be on Easter, and so a couple of free throws on the 10th team foul by Andale. So Callie Liker will head to the free throw line. Liker 4 of 4 at the line so far. And that first one is good. Liker with 7 now in the ball game. That gives her a new season high. As Bergkamp comes to the scores table, and we'll check in for Andale. Hayes High leads 45-27. Second free throw skips off, and the rebound is there for Andale. They look to push it up the floor. Hayes High with 2 minutes to play, leading 45-27. Bergkamp nearly lost it near the timeline. Now they'll get it back. Here's a three that misses everything, and the rebound pulled down by Dale, and then she's going to be tied up inside. And the arrow will keep it here with Andale. So after that missed three, Andale now 0 for 11 from three. And they will keep possession of the basketball. Geist will hand it off to Easter. Jaden Easter drives into the lane, or put up her shot, missed it short. And Maddie Hutchison comes down with a defensive rebound for Hayes High. Andale with a number 12 out on the floor. They don't have a 12 on the roster. I believe it's Bergkamp who's in wearing number 12 for Andale. Here's a pass for Hutchison, and Maddie Hutchison is going to be fouled. So the foul will be called on Jaden Easter. It's her first, but already in the double bonus. And so some debris on the floor. It will be free throws here for Maddie Hutchison. Too strong on the first one. Hutchison now 1 of 3 as Nicole Dinkle returns, and also Savannah Schneider, both in for Hayes High. Hutchison's second free throw off the mark as well, and the rebound down to Bergkamp for Andale. Joe Bergkamp has it at the top of the key on the left side for Easter. Right in front of the bench. Hayes High leading 45-27 with 1:05 to go. Andale will swing it out of the right side. Go back here to the top of the key for Jewel Eck. Bergkamp will take the long two, and Audra Schmeidler pulls down the defensive rebound. Hayes High with the final 50 seconds of our ball game. They lead 45-27. It's their largest lead of the ball game. Up by 18, on their way to putting it into their 2-game losing streak as we get a foul called. So the foul will be on Bergkamp. It's her first. And Hayes High with more free throws. Savannah Schneider. Lefty will shoot a pair. Or rather, the first free throw is no good. Schneider. Hayes High with J.C. Dale checks in for Audra Schmeidler. So the second free throw for the righty Savannah Schneider is off the mark, and the rebound down to Andale. Here's a three, banked home for Jaden Easter. Easter with 5, 45-30. Hayes High with the lead. That's the first 3-point field goal as Hayes High nearly turns it over here in the near court. As Eck reached in and tried to take it away from Nicole Dinkle. That 3-point field goal is the first of the ball game for Andale, and it comes here under a minute to play in our ball game. J.C. Dale on the inside. Lots of contact, no call. As it's pulled down by Andale in the final couple of seconds, we'll work off of this clock, and Hayes High on the shot is no good for Andale to end the ball game, and Hayes High is going to come away with the victory as they put an end to their 2-game losing streak, and they are on into the 5th and 6th place game where they'll take on the winner between Shawnee Mission South and Wichita Northwest. The Hayes High Lady Indians come away with the victory. Hayes High took the lead for good back in that second quarter. Started the quarter on a 9-1 run. They would go on 7, lead by 12 at halftime, extend their lead here in the fourth quarter, and go on to win 45-30. Hayes High led by Talon Clemeno. She scored 16, one off of her season high. Hayes High also with 8 from Haley George and 6 in the ball game from Callie Leiker. Audra Schmeidler with 5. For the Hayes High Lady Indians, who moved to 5-7 on the year as they put an end to their 2-game losing streak. Andale falls to 3-8. Hayes High in the Sunshine Brackets semifinals, if you will, on the consolation side, will play for 5th and 6th tomorrow. They'll get the winner of Shawnee Mission South taking on Wichita Northwest. Again, the Hayes High Lady Indians win tonight here this afternoon, 45-30. This is Hayes High Indian basketball.